A few years ago, Eric took me out to the White Line, which is a magnet for mountain bikers and other tourists hoping to catch a glimpse of someone riding it. It's exactly as bad as it looks. It's a white layer of rock that's just barely rideable if your tires are dry and you mind your pedals. While it doesn't look incredibly difficult or technical, things can and have gone wrong here. Like, if you mess up that roll, it's just a huge bummer. So you should never ever ride the White Line. Unless your dad is Lars Romig and he gives you the green light. Ronin, who's 12 years old and lives in Sedona, had already ridden the White Line earlier on in the day. He was accompanied and guided by his father, Lars, who has ridden it probably hundreds of times by now in all sorts of conditions. I was in Sedona that weekend with Eric and family for Sedona Mountain Bike Festival, which for me kind of marks the beginning of the spring riding season. On our final day of a trip punctuated by cold, rainy weather, we were gifted the perfect afternoon and the perfect guides to help make the most of it. As Lars and Ronin led us through Sedona's iconic desert trails, it became apparent that Eric had every intention of taking a White Line lap, for old time's sake. His kids, Milo and Owen, wanted to hike out and look at it. And Ronin, fresh off his first lap, was itching to take another. Now, to fully appreciate the mental game you need to have for the White Line, one must stare down the halfway point. It's a steepish rock roll followed by a 90-degree turn. This is the part that really made me pause and consider what I was doing up there a few years ago. I mean, 20 years ago this would have been impressive. People would give you props for it, but we're in a different time now. When I rode the White Line, I received grief and scathing personal messages. Maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. But my point is that in 2022, you don't get a prize for riding the White Line. So if you're up there, it has to be for yourself. So with that, let's watch a 12-year-old ride the White Line with his dad.
Yeah.
Round two for you?
Yeah, round two.
Feel good?
Yep.
Let's go.
You're the tour guide over there. He says, sometimes it happens, usually not. They're up there contemplating. Nobody ever really does it. They're in for a serious treat. All right, Lars done it a million times. Let's focus on Ronin over here. So good. So confident.
How is that? Is that scary for you or still just normal now?
It's kind of normal now after the second time, but it's definitely scary.
I've known he can do it for quite a while, and I didn't want to ever say, like, you should go do it. And I knew he was eventually going to ask about it. He brought it up and said, hey, Dad, I want to go up and look at it. Rather than just say, no, don't do that, like, enable him and show him the how-to of, like, how to manage the risk. Like, I've been managing this risk my entire life now, and I mean, people call you crazy, but if he wants to do it and I want to show him how, like, that's what he wants to do.
Managing risk. What does Lars mean by that? How does one manage risk? Well, managing risk in mountain biking is analyzing the situation dispassionately. Looking at the facts. Is it windy out? Are your tires muddy? Are you extremely adept at rock rolls? Are you calm? Hopped up on coffee? Are you with someone who can lead you in? Are you on a rental bike you aren't used to? Maybe we should walk this line and have a closer look at it. Analyze everything in the situation that matters. Determine what variables you can control, and accept walking away as a possible outcome. Once you have all the facts, you'll have a better idea of how much risk is actually present. Then you can decide whether it's worth it. It's worth noting that having followed Ronin out on the trails, I wasn't the least bit nervous or worried while filming him from Chicken Point. Without the dramatic music, it's just me breathing into a camera, watching him do something clearly within his abilities. He made it look so easy that the spectators on Chicken Point didn't even bother applauding. If you're a mountain biker, there's a chance that the apple won't fall far from the tree. So teaching your kids risk management cannot be overlooked. Having seen Eric coach his kids through new mountain biking endeavors, I see it working. So I better get started on learning some risk management myself so that I can pass along the knowledge someday. Thanks to Lars and Ronin for being such good hosts and showing us around on that Sunday. And check out Lars on Instagram to see some seriously captivating desert riding. Thanks for riding with me today, and I'll see you next time.
Got a bit of seat buzz there. Those are really fun. Honestly, Milo would have no trouble hitting all those.
No, I don't think so. I flat bottomed that one for sure, though. Yeah, I buzzed my
the old seat buzzer.